that facing Kawempe North is a lack of health infrastructure. Health infrastructure. Okay. Thank you very much. I wish all candidates can emulate him because it's a straightforward question. We have a couple of questions to go through. So if all of you can emulate him, please, that would be great. Mr. Mulumba Matthias, same question. In your view, what is the greatest development challenge facing Kawempe North?
The greatest challenge in my area, being the chairman of LC1 I've noticed, is poverty. People are very poor. That's why I even came up with the name of Chikumicha Dollar, that people should have at least an emergency fee of $100. So when you have money, you can solve every problem. So poverty is the issue in my area.
Thank you. Mr. Nsereko Moses.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What, in your view, is the greatest development challenge facing Kawempe North?
There are so many, sir. The first one is poor drainage, Emiala. Poor drainage, Emiala. Then the second one, poverty, 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 poverty. Poverty, Mr. President, poverty. That's why I came up with this idea. Nsereko Moses saving boxy.
Thank you.
Bana Kawempe, muli kujitufu.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Kachika Frederick.
Thank you, sir.
Let's listen.
The problem we have in Kawempe, in my constituency, since the President Museveni got in power, Kawempe North, we have a problem of education. We have only we don't have any secondary school in Kawempe North. That's a big problem facing the Kawempe North.
Okay, thank you very much. Dr. Charles Rubagumya, same question. Let's listen to Dr. Charles Rubagumya.
The greatest development challenge in Kawempe, first of all, Kawempe is a ghetto area full of people who are low income earners. Our youth don't have what to do, they are jobless. Our women are not empowered. And generally speaking, even the respect for human rights by the regime is also a problem to the people of Kawempe.
Thank you very much. Let's have Engineer Senkungu Kenneth.
Thank you so much. What I feel the greatest development challenge you have had in Kawempe North has many factories, industries, and also different households. But one of the key problems industries or factories are facing, the high tariffs in terms of electricity. That's why you find that the costs of production are high, and you find that at the end of the day, the goods they manufacture are also high. But if we try to reduce on the electricity tariffs, and also we can make sure that they are able to produce goods at a much cheaper cost.
Thank you very much. To your left, two people, Council Luimbazi, Elias Nalukola.
In Kawempe North constituency, we have a challenge of insufficient or inadequate planning for our resources, including human and other resources. We don't plan. Even those projects you see there, a good number of them are put in place before planning. We need sufficient planning.
Thank you. Mr. Serunkuma Salim. Serunkuma Salim. Let's listen, please.
The greatest challenges in Kawempe. Being Kawempe being a ghetto area.
Let's listen to the candidate. Please.
Kawempe being a ghetto area, there is insecurity, there is unemployment, and there's the health crisis. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Luwemba Luswa Mohammed.
Thank you so much. The health sector is very poor, and the issue of unemployment. especially the young generation, the youth. So that's all.
Thank you very much. And finally, but by no means the least, Mr. Kulia Sauloziwa.
Yes. In Kawempe, we have many problems, but I can identify some, like garbage collections in Kawempe, unemployment, poor drainages, poverty among our youth, and other people, poor LSA facilities, and we don't have like a USE secondary schools in Kawempe. We only have private secondary schools, so we can work on those ones.
Thank you.
Get a better Kawempe.
Dr. Judith Nalukwago will ask the next question. Thank you.
In Southern Africa. Asewa ne banyabo abagenda okubuuza ebibuuzo asoose yono bamuyita Karamachi Andrew Zoganyi mwena mumumanyi. Ono yajjako atone kyeno olupapula asoma speech yebitategerekeka.
My name is Nalukwago Judith. I'm a medical doctor and I'm happy to be here as one of the first and best debate that is going to happen today for the
have been abducted. Innocent Ugandans have been disappeared and you cannot even trace their bodies. Some Ugandans are kidnapped day and night. So the only solution we can do for such a problem, I told you, is to join the struggle of removing the dictator. That's the only solution. Yeah, and actually, as a part of the change, I have to go on that line of removing the dictator.
Thank you. Mr. Engineer Senkungu Kenneth, which committee of parliament would be the best to deal with the issue of political prisoners?
The issue of political prisoners, you find that we have the Committee of Internal Affairs. You need to tell them to try, because you find that most of the political prisoners are under prisons. Prisons is still holding them. Yet already we have basically there are about two committees: the Committee on National Law and Guidance, and also the Internal Affairs Committee, because they need to be removed from prison, but there are some few procedures which are supposed to be done. But we should not relent. We should continue pursuing on all channels which we can be able to do so that they get out of prisons.
Thank you. Councillor Luimbazi, which committee is responsible for human rights in Parliament?
The Committee on Human Rights. It's Human Rights Committee.
Thank you. I'll give the mic to my colleague to pose the next question to Mr. Serunkuma Salim, Mr. Luemba, and Mr. Kulia.
Mr. Salim, do you believe in one of what your colleague said about that our major problem is removing the dictator? All these things don't matter, but removing the dictator? Do you believe? First a yes, then I ask a yes or no, then I ask the next question.
Yes, I believe with him.
Okay, so if you believe that that is the most important issue, why are you standing as a member of parliament? Shouldn't you be home trying to remove that dictator?
I stand as a member of parliament because I do believe that a member of parliament has the powers to determine how the dictator can be removed.
Please explain a bit more. How does a member of parliament remove a dictator?
There is a law in parliament that mandates that there is a law in parliament that provides or helps a member of parliament that can decide on how to remove a president of a nation.
Okay. Mr. Yes.
Mr. Magala, do you believe the same? Do you believe that our major role is to remove the dictator? We should leave everything else? Oh, sorry.
Thank you very much. Our greatest challenge in Uganda is the dictator, and that is General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, who should be removed with all possible means available and within the law.
So as a political prisoner?
Yes.
what are you going to do different? Because when you were imprisoned, it was the same case that you were imprisoned. What are you going to do different as a member of parliament in order to remove the dictator?
Yeah. Thank you very much. One, there are two opportunities. The first opportunity is availing itself now. We are headed for war. This is a front we are going to use to show a protest vote. The first opportunity is this protest vote of 2025 in Kawempe Division North. Actually, when we get the opportunity, we shall voice out ourselves host. And this goes to Justice Simon Biabakama. Should he play around with the vote of the people of Kawempe? Should he play around with the mandate of the people of Kawempe? We are ready to take him home. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Mr. Luemba, do you agree also to the same question, or do you disagree?
I agree.
So what are you going to do as a member of parliament on the same?
As a member of parliament, when elected in office, I want to advocate for the rule of law. Because what is tormenting us most is the rule of law. For example, the Supreme Court has just given a ruling, and we want to thank the Honorable Kabaziguruka for challenging the Constitutional Court. So now when I'm in Parliament, I will put the Commission of Human Rights accountable, and as a member of Parliament, I will make sure that all laws that are being passed in Parliament, they are in the favor of Ugandans. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Finally, for now, Mr. Kulia Saulo Ziwa, same question applies.
Okay, thank you, moderator. When I'm voted an MP of Kawempe, because this government, they are not working on the laws, and we want to remove this government, I will only mobilize my people of Kawempe North to put this government on placer, because we want to remove the dictator. And I will be teaching people on how we can remove a dictator. Because it is us who can remove this government. When we are together, as Ugandans, we can remove this government. Even if it is today,
thank you.
They can just move away. If we can even move from now and we say enough is enough for Uganda, they can move. I will only mobilize the Ugandans to know their rights so that we can remove the dictator.
Thank you very much. Dear colleagues in the audience, Mr. President SG and others, we have an opportunity to the candidates. Those at the back, please. Thank you.